Hey everybody, welcome to Heritage Ways. I'm Miss Lori from Whippoorwill Holler, and this is Miss Katie.
I'm Miss Katie. Welcome to my channel. But make sure you go over and visit her channel, Whippoorwill Holler, YouTube, and Instagram. Well, tonight we're going to talk about meal preparedness. Thanks for joining us, and today we want to talk a little bit more about meal preparedness. You might check our playlist where I am interviewing ladies in different stages of life and different types of living environments about how they prepare for meals and menu planning and so forth. So tell us about your stage of life and tell us about meal planning.
Well, the way we live right now, just the two of us, I do a lot of bulk buying, so I buy flour in 50-pound bags, stuff like that. So my pantry's always prepared. It's always ready. It's full of, garden stuff that we can, and even the freezer will be full, not just of produce, but it'll be full of fish and meat and stuff. So it's pretty much that I can just walk in there and say, there's a jar of beans, and there's my potatoes, and there's, it's just me and Mr. Brown now,
so it's easier for just two people.
Easier, yeah.
I can't imagine. It's been a while since I've had just me and Mr. Patient. So
well, I know when all the kids were home, I had to sit down and plan my meals every week. Even from breakfast, plum to snack to supper.
So you wrote it down.
Yes.
What'd you do? You wrote breakfast, lunch, and supper down.
Yes. And whether if it was even cereal or oatmeal, make sure that if we had toast, or French toast, it was how many loaves of bread I've got to have that week, or, you just have to do it breakfast, lunch, supper, each item, then go to your pantry, your cupboard, or refrigerator, and I just have to make sure and write down each thing that I had to have.
Well, and so you did that to grocery shop then, if you didn't have it in your pantry, because I tell people to do that. Even write down if you want really even sweet tea. I was about to say if you want a special type of drink, but I mean even sweet tea, you gotta make sure you have tea bags, and which for us that's something that's kind of a staple and it stays in the pantry. But or dessert, or even if you want snacks, I mean you have to plan deliberately to make sure you've got all that and to write that down.
Right now the way we live is being prepared, so I probably shop once a month. We get paid once a month. We both work in the school system, and so it's once a month, and I buy bulk once a month, and that's how I plan, is by probably the month anymore.
So how often did you shop when you had kids at home?
Oh, every week. Once a week.
Did you do a lot of canning or preserving at that time?
I did, but not as much as I do now. Of course, we always grew a big garden and stuff, and raised our own meat and stuff, but I don't think I canned as much then as I do now. Maybe I didn't have the time with all the kids and the farm. I don't know.
Yeah. So now you've got a garden and you've got eggs from your chickens. So you don't have livestock that y'all butcher or anything?
Not anymore, we don't, but we do buy as fresh meat as we can and put it up.
Yeah. So how did you save money when your kids were home? Did you have a lot of meat, or did you do what some people recommend and just using meat as a flavoring, just have more, beans and...
I know this sounds funny, but we ate a lot of hamburger meat back then. Now it's as high as anything else.
But you ate it because it was less expensive.
It was less expensive. Now, to me, you don't have to have all that. You don't have to have a 5-course meal.
Right.
If you've got potatoes in the pantry and you got beans, whether it be beans you canned or dry beans, you've got a meal there with some cornbread.
Right.
You got potatoes and beans and cornbread. That's a meal.
So, simplicity.
Simplicity.
So that's another thing I like to teach people is simplicity, but what comes with that is being content. Being content with what you got, and
I think it's on the way you was raised too. Me and Danny was raised different than what I raised my kids, because I don't even think Mr. Brown even ate pizza till he met me.
Oh, really? You make your pizza nowadays?
Every once in a
Do
while.
you?
We can go to Pizza Hut every once in a
Oh,
while.
you splurge.
But I think it's the way you was raised.
Well, absolutely. But you know what? There's a lot of people out there, friends of ours and yours, who were raised a certain way, but they want to get back to, or get to, not get back to, but get to a simpler lifestyle, and maybe the wife is not working out of the home anymore, maybe she was, and so a lot of people are learning this for the first time, these skills.
Right.
Preserving and canning, I mean, we come across lots and lots and lots of people who are just learning how to can or preserve or whatever.
I've had a lot of people comment on some of my videos, you know, Miss Lori. I've never canned before. I'm scared, you know, it kind of intimidates me. So I think, you know, I encourage them, tell them there's a lot of good canners on YouTube. There's so many women out there that you can go to, and canning is a life skill, and it'll save you money.
I love to can.
I do too.
And with us being on the road this summer, well, this is our first summer on the road, and it's been hard. I mean, that sounds...
Oh, I can't imagine.
I mean, because I just look at my own videos, and I see my other house and my canners and stuff, and you know, I don't get weepy, but the other day when I went to Walmart, looked at the canning aisle, at the you know, ball cans, I was like, you know. But anyway, that's how much I like it. And so, and my other favorite way to preserve is to dehydrate.
Yes, I do too.
So what are your favorite ways of preserving?
My number one favorite way is canning, of course, and I do like to dehydrate. I don't freeze the whole lot because it seems like it's freezer burnt. And I do like the new little things they've got now that suck the air out.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Well, that gets expensive.
Well,
the bags are very expensive.
To be honest, I had one. I had one, and I couldn't afford to keep it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we harvest deer and a lot of fish and stuff, and you know, just different kind of wild meats. And I would use it so that meat would not get freezer burnt. But nowadays, you're best off to can it if you can. But if you're able to walk into your pantry and if you got your garlic that you've grown, you got your potatoes, you got your onions, you got your dry beans, you got your flour, your cornmeal. Help me out here.
Oatmeal, yeah. I sat down the other day and made a list so that some of our viewers would have it that were wanting that of my pantry staples. Not right now, but typically over the past 30 years of marriage, and one right after the other. And I thought, man, this is intimidating for somebody who wants ideas to start out, but you just get a little bit along. Mm-hmm. You get a little bit along. You go broke if you try to just stock.
You can't do that.
You know, but you get a little bit along. But yeah, I had 5-gallon jugs of coconut oil, and let's see. So, like you said, all the flours and the sugar, different kinds of flours and sugar, wheat berries, because I would grind my own. So yeah, you just add up. You buy a little bit. What are some tips for buying all that? For somebody, say maybe in suburbia, somebody in a suburb, and you know, we know some people in this situation, lots of people, and they have young children, and it's one income, and they're not canning and preserving. So let's talk about them a little bit. What can they do?
There's not as many around here, but there are some salvage grocery stores that you can go to and get canned goods.
That's
pretty cheap.
Well, places like Save-A-Lot and Aldi,
yes.
Places like that are good too. So just discounted grocery stores.
If you can do that, and don't just buy 2 cans of green beans, maybe buy 6 cans.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you can. We have a Dollar Tree. Have you been at a Dollar Tree?
Yeah, well, no, but on Instagram I've noticed a lot of people find a lot of foods at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, you bet. And even I go in there, and they do carry some organic stuff too. But you have to watch sometimes, because you're liable to pick up a can of green beans for $1 when you know you can get somewhere else cheaper.
Right.
But then again, if you'll look, like big old cans of tomatoes and stuff are $1.
Yeah, and buying in bulk, you know, you can just start buying and have your container of whatever, flour, your sugar, or your whatever. And if it intimidates you to walk into a pantry, if you think I have no clue what to do, that comes with time.
It does.
And, you know, I could sit there, literally, you can too, you know, laying in bed, you wake up one morning and think, what am I going to have for supper? And you run through your head what you've got, and you've got your meal plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do that. But I calculated that I've been cooking for 42 years. And you know, same with you or whatever, you know, as far as actually cooking. So it takes a while.
I think repetition, which I know.
Repeating meals, the same
Repeating
ones.
meals, and I know sometimes, you know, if you got kids, they're like, oh, I'm tired of that, but
you can rotate menus.
Yeah.
I've told people that, I've done that myself. Like I'll plan a week's worth or 2 weeks worth, and then you can rotate. But you can repeat meals. I've also recommended to people that something I've done in the past. I've done a lot of different things, and they all work, but you also do things in seasons. You know, I taught school. I ran a daycare, I did different things, and then I was home with 3 kids, and I was home with 6 kids. So I've done different things in different seasons of life. So you can make your menus however you choose to do it, on the computer, on your paper, or whatever, and then just rotate them. And well, you said the kids might get tired of it, but you know what? Our kids are taught to be thankful for what they have, and that's. Do we as adults get tired of the same old thing? Well, yeah, but you know, you can shake it up a little bit.
I don't know if I ever get tired of fried potatoes.
Oh my, I know. And then, you know, you add a dessert, frugal dessert or whatever. So
if you've got a head of cabbage, throwing fried cabbage, if you know, you can always mix it up a little bit. But if you're gonna do it simple and save money, and it be a prepared, sustainable menu, you got to be able to walk into your pantry and make at least you can make a week's worth of meal out of what you got right there.
Right. So with that being said, it might be good to have at least you know, 5 suppers or 5 lunches or breakfast or whatever. Maybe on menu cards, or you know, 3x5 cards if you want to do that, if you're new to cooking or homekeeping or housekeeping, and have those, and then have the contents for those meals. Because we have done for days in our house, and I say I'm done for. I can't do anything else. I'm done for. I can't cook supper, nothing. I've had it. And so you need foods for done for days.
Yes,
you know,
of course.
You need to know.
Well, there's been times that me and Danny's come in from work and we're both tired, but I'm like, doesn't fried eggs and toast and a little bit of bacon or ham sound great?
Sure.
And he's like, yeah, that sounds good. So
that sounds good.
There's been times we've come in and had breakfast for supper, like pancakes.
Yep. Breakfast for supper is a popular thing. It's very good. So there's all kinds of ways, but simplicity, repetition, and being content are the 3 keys that you brought up, and oddly enough, those are the 3 that I really tell people when they ask me. So thanks for letting us come to your home. And look, we're standing right in front of the back window to the pantry. Love this pantry. Don't you have a tour on YouTube about your pantry?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Sure do.
Well, if I can get all tech fancy, I'll figure out how to link it. And if not, y'all go to her channel and search around and look around.
Hey, I just want to tell you, I have just been so happy y'all been here all this time.
We have loved being here. We've stayed in this area for a few days, and I'm afraid we made ourselves at home here.
Hey, that's what I told you. That's my homestead is your homestead.
Oh, thank you, Miss Lori.
Hey,
thanks
you come back and cook for me anytime.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another installment of Meal Preparedness, where we interview somebody about how they, not they, you're not a they.
I could be.
Okay. Okay. Hey, y'all. I'm Miss Katie. Welcome to Heritage Ways.
Oh, I'm Miss Katie.
What was that show where 3 people
We don't know who we are. Guess who? What was that show? Were you the guest?
Too, and Miss Vicky ever get and you're around? I was here, you weren't here.
Yeah, I know.
They can't get nothing.
Well, and when she came home, she said, "What? Mr. Daniel was kind of quiet." And I was like, "Probably couldn't get a word in edgewise."
All right, y'all.
It was like that up there all night.
Y'all talking too much.
We'll be serious now.
Okay. Well, today we've been talking with some friends. I don't like the way I'm looking back behind myself. Okay. Now I don't have to like throw my face back. Okay.
Hey,
Well, today we've been talking with.
That will never get done.
look, you just moved.
Thanks for joining us, and we want to talk a little bit more about Okay, here we go.
We're gonna have to go for a walk.
So tell us about your stage of life. I don't know why that's funny, your stage of life. Okay.
Like I'm 100.
Like you're in the nursing home.
Well,
Wrong answer.
What do they feed you in the nursing home?
okay.
Yes, that's a good, yeah, okay. Now, here we go. She's gonna quit fanning. All right, and I'm afraid if I look at you, I'll
I
laugh.
don't look at
Okay, here we go, men. Now, y'all acting up over there.
That's good.
So tell us a little bit. Okay, stop, Katie.
So do you want me to tell you a little bit about myself?
Yeah.